From Jim Palmer to Buck Showalter, Verizon Wireless. Now post-game comments from the skipper.
I'll bet you Jake's pitched some good games this year, and I'll bet you Tooze has, and and Jeremy has. This time of year, guys get a little recharge and see the finish line. You challenge young guys to, all players to, finish strong. But Rick was telling me, this is as good as he's seen Jake from start to finish, and trying to protect him a little bit there too. But he was outstanding. He was the difference in the game. The other key moment I thought was Luke's at bat off Rodney, kept him from pitching 2 innings. He doesn't have that at bat. Rodney pitches 2 innings. Simple as that. And I think anyway. And that's a big at bat.
An easy decision for you to leave Jake in as long as you did, even after the walk. You let him get the next batter. Yeah,
you try. He's pitching well enough to continue, and it's just like sending Birkin back out there after the home run. I want to see how he responds, and he responded well. You want to see these guys, smell it, sniff it, finish it. There's going to be times when great pitchers, everybody. Danny Herron's outstanding. You can see why guys like that are so coveted at the trading deadline. Everybody has those moments. It's how you respond to that adversity. So that was impressive on all their parts. Jake was the difference in the ball game, though.
Well, because you're not going to simplify this into you're here and they swept this series, but is it possible, just from a psychological standpoint, for these guys to feel like this is a new start and have that kind of a positive?
That's really not for me to say. It's if it's something positive, I'm in. God knows they've had enough negative, and they'd be the first to tell you that it's self-inflicted. So, I just stepped back and watched them over at first base, knowing how challenging and painful at times this season's been so far. So to see them have a good 3 days where they feel good about themselves makes me feel good for them.
But when it came to pulling out Jake, was it more because he was gassed, or was it a matchup thing that was kind of?
If I don't know Jake as well as everybody else, but my early impressions and listening to people talk, he's probably as good a conditioned guy as we got, which is very key in pitching this time of year. And he actually, I felt like we took him a little bit, we kind of pushed the envelope a little bit. I didn't want him to get hurt by Abreu there if I could. And Gonzo made a good pitch, ground ball, just found a hole. They had a bunch of balls up the middle, but. Burke's trying to go down the way and let the ball run back over the plate. But like I said, I love the way he came back out and pitched the next inning. Could have easily gone to somebody else there, but I told Cranny I want to see him pitch the next inning, and I told him that after the inning.
Buck, you talked about this team being better than their record. These last 3 games, is that more indicative of how they can play in your opinion?
Oh yeah, it's like Corey there. Patty there. He looked over at me and I said, do what you got to do. There's some trust involved there too. They got to take that responsibility. At the end of your at bat, either that runs across the plate or he's at third base. You do what you got to do. There's no sign there, and he did what he had to do. And not many people are doing that for what per se is a 9-hole hitter, but the things that it causes them to do defensively makes Izzy a completely different hitter. The tough thing there, there's so many pitch out counts there squeeze-wise because, there's so many bases open. And if they get Izzy, they're probably going to walk Robbie and Nick. And we like our chances.
Did you get the idea that the team was not deflated at all once it became 4-4?
That's a good point. I look for that just like like you asked the question. No, it's okay. Happened. It's part of playing not only in the big leagues but in the American League. It's big, strong, hairy guys here. They hit it where the grass doesn't grow, and that's part of playing in this division, this league, and it's part of it. We got some big guys too. Maybe not as hairy. Have not gone there yet.
Did you say anything to Jake after the lead was blown? He must have been a little bit deflated being a young guy pitching that well, not getting a W.
No, I think Jake understands it, and I expect his response. I want it to be. I don't want it to be que sera, sera. I'm okay if it is, because if he's frustrated with it a little bit, I think he's more frustrated with the fact that we had a chance to make it an easier game and didn't. And he'll probably tell you that there's some people got on base there that probably shouldn't have to set up that. He could have controlled that, but he was outstanding. And I hope it's more about the end game there. and there'll be a lot more where that's concerned if he keeps pitching like that. And as he grows and everything, you get a lot more rope there. I thought we gave him as much, maybe a little more rope at times, but he handled it well.
Buck, when you look at this team's had 3 sweeps all season, and they do it in your first 3 games. They do it in dramatic fashion today in different ways each time. Is this about as good as the script could be written for you right now? I mean,
yeah,
3 wins.
I don't want to get cliche-ish, but you're taking a pitch a day. There's so many things that go on in a day. Sitting down with Josh Bell, or I want to do this, I want to do that. And I'm trying not to rush too much. It's like you're trying to finish off something before you go to the next one. Trying not to get ahead of yourself. So, no, I don't. I didn't come in with some, boy, wouldn't this be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, here's today. Let's attack it and try to get a little better and get closer to what we're trying to accomplish.
Based on what you've seen the last 3 games, I mean, these are the only games I guess you've seen them play in person.
I feel like I've seen them play all year. I've always had them down that bottom right screen over there at ESPN.
But from watching that stuff on the bottom right screen, is what you've seen the last 3 days what you expected to see?
I honestly, I came into it with a completely open mind. Nothing's as bad as it seems, and nothing's as good as it seems. Like I said before, I went through period. I've been fortunate enough to be around some players that won 100 games in a year when I was a manager, and we had periods where we didn't like we were ever going to win another game. And nothing's as bad or good as it seemed. I try to come into it with a real open mind about it. But there's enough track record players here. They're better than that. But things snowball. We all know that. All right. See ya.